Hello, everybody, and I am Pink Girl Teaches, and I'm here to talk to you today about how to stop being a people pleaser. It ain't cute. No, listen, it's toxic, okay? Saying no, setting boundaries, or just being consumed with the fact that somebody does not like them is really at the core of being a people pleaser. They don't want to offend anybody, and they want everybody around them to be happy. People pleasers are consumed with the thought of everybody around them being happy, even if it's at their own expense. Like they can live in personal discomfort and turmoil simply to please other people. That's not how it's supposed to be. They want everybody to be happy, and they compromise their own needs to ensure that this happens. And saying no for some people pleasers is they just can't do it. Like, hello. But saying yes for a people pleaser is something that just rolls off their tongue. For some, it's just second nature. It's what they know. It's what they've been doing their whole lives. It's what they've taught themselves, what they've practiced forever. But for some people, like, it really is just an addiction. Like, they need that validation from other people. They need to feel needed. They need to feel useful, and that can only come by doing for other people. And even if it's, like I said, at their own expense. So it's just it's a way that they feel important or validated. But there are other ways that honor who you are and that validate you as a person. And I have 6 tips that I want to share with you so that you, if you are a people pleaser, can begin to break away from those habits. The first tip that I want to share with you is internal validation. Nothing outside of you should validate who you are as a person. That means getting comfortable within your own skin, and that's going to require you actually getting to know yourself so that you can reach that point where you are completely comfortable with yourself. That means it's time to get vulnerable. It's time to get to know yourself and shed off any fake image or persona that you may have and begin to figure out, who am I? It's difficult. It can even be painful because there are questions that you have to ask yourself, or just figuring out, how did I get to this point? And for people pleasing, it's a side effect of a deeper issue that is rooted mostly in childhood. So you may have to revisit some dark places. If you need to get some therapy to help you deal with your root cause, then I suggest that you go ahead and do that. But at the end of the day, it's so worth it. Internal validation. Tip number 2 that I want to share with you is start with small no's. And for me, what a small no means, like when somebody asks you, hey, Joy, can you do ABCD for me? I'm going to say, you know what? Let me check my calendar and see what I have going on. For you, it might be, let me ask my spouse. It might be, well, I have to verify a few things and I'll get back to you. That allows you the opportunity to buy yourself some time, really. And it means that now you have the ability to sit back and think, do I really want to do this? And why do I want to do this? And do I really even have the time to do this in the first place? And it also gives you the opportunity to respond either by text or email with your no, because you don't have to do it. And your no is a full sentence. You don't have to explain your no. I had to learn how to do this, and I love my no now. When you know what to say no to, you free yourself up. Know what you should be saying no to, guess what? You free yourself up to say yes to the things that you truly want and to the things that you need to say yes to. So honor your no's and your yeses and value them, because they are so important. So the 4th tip that I have for you is to know your goals. That means knowing what your 5-year, your 10-year plan look like. What does your 1-year plan look like? And also even your, like, make it 6 months to see what are those goals, and then begin to find practical ways to work towards the goals. For me, it's a big thing that I know what my personal vision statement looks like, so that whenever I experience something that might be contrary to where I'm going or what I believe for myself, I can always reflect on that. And that's the same with knowing your goals. And then set small tasks, set small daily tasks to help you stay on track. I go around with my planner and this is pen to paper. and I check off things as I do them. And so I end up feeling like, you know what, I'm sticking to what matters to me. And again, it helps put things in perspective and make that no slide right off your tongue. Okay, and that brings me to tip number 5: get rid of toxic people. Who has time for that? Like, they're only there to be succubus spirits. They are there to suck the life out of you. They don't mean you any good, and you need to get rid of them. There are several different types of toxic people. I'll save that for another video, but I'm just saying, get rid of toxic people so that you can stay focused and stay on track. Sometimes you have to ask yourself too, hey, am I the toxic person? Do a little self-analysis to find out, because again, being a people pleaser, like I said earlier, it is toxic. There's nothing honorable about that. Don't abandon yourself in the quest to please other people, because you allow them, who are 9 out of 10 toxic in your life, to continue to have destructive patterns that lead you nowhere. My sixth and final tip that I have for you today is stop apologizing. That is something that people pleasers do so easily and all the time. Apologizing for things that you have no responsibility for things that you had no hand in. Stop apologizing. If the shoe don't fit, let it be. Stop apologizing and be careful with what you're doing, and how you're using your words, should I say. Stop apologizing so damn much. So that's all I'm here for. I just wanted to make a quick video to share some tips on how you can stop being a people pleaser. At the end of the day, what I believe in is that you can have the life that you desire, but it's going to take some self-analysis. It's going to take a level of self-awareness and a lot of self-love. You're going to have to know your boundaries, establish your boundaries, and enforce your boundaries. Your boundaries are always there to protect and to preserve who you are becoming. So honor that version of you. At the end of the day, I want to see us all reach the higher version of ourselves. So that means we've got to put away our childish ways, our childish behaviors. Oh, you think people pleasing isn't childish? Well, it's beneath who you are. That's what I'm saying. Put those mannerisms aside and let's level up and continue to level up. Sometimes shake your circle so that you can grow. If everybody in your circle is operating on a level beneath you, how are you going to grow? So it does require you to add your input in the comments. Until next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Bye.